Good morning, everyone. Dr. C is back. I know I was radio silent for a little bit this week, but this is my weekly message for you to let you know that I'm thinking about you. But here's a little bit of a reminder. Everybody in our life is human, and we're dealing with things way beyond just COVID-19. I personally had a very difficult situation this week, and it was not something that I was expecting. And it was something that was very, very difficult for me, and it's still proving to be. Many of you know that I teach my leadership classes, so this is a message for all of my students. But I teach ethics, I teach leadership. I'm also teaching a dark leadership class, so hello to those students as well. But I want to let you know that, remember, we've always talked about leadership is simple. It's not easy. And doing the right thing is sometimes painful. And I had one of those situations this week, and doing the right thing, still the right thing to do, but took me out more than I thought possible because life still happens while we're in quarantine or we're in lockdown or whatever you want to call this in there. You're still dealing with relationships. You're still dealing with people who have died, whether from COVID or not. You're still dealing with friendship issues and romantic issues and familiar issues with family and things. And life doesn't stop just because COVID has us at home. And I want to let you know that our standards don't stop because we're still at home. And it would have been very easy to simply do things that made me feel good this week and to be able to take advantage of a situation that was something I didn't expect, didn't intend, but it didn't work out the way I had expected either. And sometimes there's not enough ice cream in the world to heal a broken heart. I'm just saying. But I want to let you know Dr. C's human. And I had one of my mentors go out and say, you know what, Doc C, your students need to know that you have heartaches and you have things that happen to you. And this week, Gracie is sick on top of it all. And life goes merrily along. And it's a little strange because having been divorced now for 3 years, I'm self quarantined, just me and Gracie. And for those of you who have husbands and wives and families, and it's a very different conundrum when you're doing things on your own. And so I want to let you know that sometimes it's a little difficult for old Doxy. And I have to let you know that I'm human as well. And so when I'm doing final grades and I'm doing final teachings and trying to be inspirational and supportive to all of my adult doc kids. I'm a doctoral mentor and I have several who check in with me every week. So thank you for checking out Doc C. I appreciate it. But I've got to let you know that it can sometimes be tough. And I know I give the impression that it's easy. And Mark, thank you so much if you're listening to this, to be able to let you know that sometimes it's not easy. And I want to inspire you, but by inspiring you, I have to let you know that sometimes it's tough for me too. And this week, that's why I went radio silent for a little bit. You know, me and Haagen-Dazs were like this week to try and go forward with some of the things that I didn't expect that are pretty painful. And that's kind of what life is all about. But remember something very important. Life doesn't happen to us. Life happens for us. So whatever all of this challenge was for me this week, I'm trying to reframe it and trying to look for, well, there's got to be a reason for this. There has to be something wonderful that's going to come out of this. There's going to be something that's going to be purposeful and positive. Because remember, our point on failure, we've had this conversation in there. Sometimes failing is the best gift that's possible. So right now, you know, you take a trip down memory lane, you reminisce a bit, and sometimes that can be a little painful. And you want to be able to look at, well, what does the future hold? And the best way to create the future is to write it and to predict it and to be part of it. But understand that it's okay to be sad sometimes. And I was a little sad this week. And that's why I've been a little radio silent. So forgive me, but Doc C's a little human sometimes too. And it would be great just to have someone to hold my hand and someone to give me a hug and say it's going to be okay. And that's why I appreciate my graduates reaching out to me and helping deal with life, because sometimes it does get to you. And so my coach and mentor says, Cheryl, you need to learn to be vulnerable. You need to learn to ask for help. You need to learn to tell people when you're hurting. And so this was a tough week for me to be able to share with you because I understand that it's okay to be vulnerable, but when it gets that intense, you kind of got to take a step back and look at the lessons here and to let you know that, yeah, it was a tough week for me. But things will get better, and I will look forward to finding a new way normal, whether it's through the business, through my partners, through my friends and family, and my dog kids, which are just so special to me when you guys reach out. So thank you. But I have to give you that inspirational lesson that sometimes these things are going to be hard. And remember, we've said that. Leadership, simple. Doing the right thing, always the right thing to do. Nobody said it was easy to do. No one said this COVID-19 thing was going to be easy to do. But there's going to be an amazing new normal. And I always like to think of things as a phoenix. Remember we talked about failure. Get down and get up one more time, then the world knocked you down. So the world knocked me down a little bit this week, and I'm back and I'm ready to get started again. So when we talk on the phone, I appreciate your hugs. I appreciate your support. I appreciate all the love and kindness that I have had. And I want to tell you right back at you. So remember, seeds of opportunity are in every failure. No matter what happens, life happens for us, not to us. And you've got this. And I'm still standing, baby. I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. So be well, be safe, be happy. I will be in touch with you very soon in there. See you later. Bye bye.